I had major issues with this, and I'm telling you, I shook that puppy up and it still did it. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my least favorite products from my favorite brands. I think these types of videos and fails videos are sometimes more helpful than videos where we talk about our favorites. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I have here 6 of my very favorite brands and my least favorite products from those brands, and some of them may surprise you. I am really excited about this video because it is a collab with my good friend Michele Wang, who has an amazing YouTube channel geared towards luxury makeup. I feel like most of you probably follow Michele, but if you don't, definitely head over to her video after you finish this one. I am so thankful that I have gotten to know Michele so well over the past few months. We talk almost every single day and have become such good friends and have so much in common. If you're looking for another over 40 YouTuber who is down to earth and real and honest, you are going to find that in Michele. Her channel is soaring. It is doing so well, and it's not just because of the things I just said. It's because she puts out new content almost daily, and she's so thorough and thoughtful with how she looks at all the products that she reviews. She's so well spoken and comes across so well on camera. And side note, I was realizing that Michele and I are 2 of the only YouTubers left, I feel like, that don't have lash extensions and hardly ever wear false lashes. I don't know why that is. Maybe we're both just too lazy. Who knows? And I do just have to congratulate Michele very quickly on her first brand collaboration with Esom. It was just announced this week. I'll have a link down below to her new brush collection. I have it on the way to me. I placed my order on the launch date and I cannot wait to get it. So I know you'll find luxury beauty over on Michele's channel while I offer a little bit of everything over here. So if this is your first time watching my channel and you enjoy everyday realistic beauty made easy, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and become part of the family. And be sure when you finish this video to head over to Michele's video, check out her selections, and tell her I said hi and subscribe to her channel as well. I'll have the links to her video as well as her channel down below. So let's get in to these products. Okay, so I don't normally have my hair this tousled. It's kind of driving me crazy, so I had to tuck it behind my ear. I found a couple of things out about myself when I was planning this video out. Number 1, it was really hard for me to narrow my favorite brands down to 6. As I was making my list of favorite brands, it was more than 6. And then I realized that several of my favorite brands, I'd never tried anything that I didn't like, so I couldn't include them in this video. So I ended up narrowing it down from the brands that I had tried unfavorable products. I narrowed it down to my 6. So I'm going to start with Charlotte Tilbury. If you follow my channel, you know I love me some Charlotte Tilbury. When I first made my list, her name was first on the list. And then I was thinking, what have I tried bad from Charlotte Tilbury? And I could think of a few so-so products. When I was thinking of bad products, I just sat there. I was thinking, I don't think I've ever tried a product that was truly a fail. Just a fail. Then I remembered full fat lashes. I do not like that mascara, and I'm trying to think if I ever put it in a fails. So I'm gonna have to flash, I think, pretty much all of these products on the screen because I don't have them anymore. I typically don't hold on to fail products very long. I felt like Full Fat Lashes mascara was a product that was supposed to work well. It's supposed to give you full voluminous lashes. It's not supposed to smudge. It's not supposed to flake. When I first applied it, it wasn't the best mascara that I had ever used in terms of volume or length, but you know, it worked okay for a daytime mascara. I was actually just really surprised, since most other Charlotte Tilbury products work so well for me, that this smudged so badly on me. When I tell you, I had smudges not only on my brow bone, which is typically where I get mascara smudges if they smudge. I'm not one that gets them underneath my lash line because I set my concealer with powder, so I just don't typically get that. I had smudging underneath my eyes, on my brow bone. There was smudging everywhere. I just could not believe it. And I kept thinking I did something wrong. No, it was just the mascara. It just was really, really bad for me. Oh, and by the way, please let me know your experiences with any of these products down below in the comments. Or if you have any of your own products from your very favorite brands that just performed super poorly for you. I like to know I'm not alone, you know? Next, we're gonna go with Laura Mercier. I typically speak very highly of Laura Mercier. I've been using Laura Mercier probably, yes, longer than any other brand on this list since college, I wanna say. So we're talking a long time here. Laura Mercier's brow pencil used to be my holy grail brow pencil. I used it consistently. I never strayed. I mean, I tried a few here and there, but I always went back to it. It was the perfect shade for me. This was when my hair was lighter, and I do believe I used the shade Taupe. Don't quote me on that. The strokes were perfect. You know, it wasn't too waxy. It never skipped. It just was the perfect brow pencil. You could sharpen it, so it gave you a nice point, and it lasted all day. I never felt the need to stray from this brow pencil until she changed the formula. Why? Why do brands always change the formula of their products? It's never an improvement. Am I right? I challenge you to name me a product down below in the comments where a brand has changed the formula and it has been a change for the better. Please, please let me know below, because I feel like this just keeps happening and happening. It's never an improvement. So when I went to go buy my new brow pencil, I noticed it looked different. You went to use it the first time and it was terrible. It was waxy, it skipped, it broke off the first time I tried to sharpen it. It was so bad. This was before I was on YouTube. I wrote the company complaining about it, and they said that it was a new formula change. And from what I understand, this is the formula that stands. It's a shame because it was such a great brow pencil before. I just don't know why they did that. Let's talk about Hourglass. I love Hourglass. I've been talking a lot lately about the ambient lighting palettes, the Ghost Edit and the Ghost Unlocked re-release, and just a lot of their products. I just adore the brand overall. I just think the quality is superb. The products are just beautiful overall, and I've largely had great luck with the brand. So when the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Liquid Foundation was launched, I was all about it. I was super excited, and I went to Sephora. I want to say it was on launch day. The brand rep was there, gave me all the ins and outs on how to apply it, how it would look best, what to apply it with, and I walked away with some samples in a couple of different shades. Thankfully, I only got samples. I did not purchase this foundation. This is supposed to be a highly concentrated foundation that gives instant full coverage with like a half a pump. So it's supposed to be full coverage, but it's supposed to look natural, and it's supposed to be good for normal combination oily skin, which is my skin type. I have combination oily skin. I was all about this. So I get it home, I do everything the brand rep said, and it looked terrible. Then I start trying it in my normal ways that I try foundations when I do foundation reviews, foundation road tests. Different primers, different powders, different ways, so that if a foundation doesn't work for me, I can at least come back and tell you who the foundation might possibly work for. If I didn't use a primer with it, it broke apart in various areas on my face. It did not look natural at all, no matter how little I applied. It always looked like I was wearing makeup. I'm gonna link my review, but if I recall correctly, the way that it applied the best, it just was a lot of trouble. I had to dampen my sponge, then spray it with Fix Plus, and it looked okay, but it just never really made me just say, wow, and I got shiny very quickly. They also claim that it's transfer proof and I think waterproof. It transferred terribly as well. I was just shocked that this foundation that was supposed to be so great was performing so poorly for me. And if I recall correctly, when I was supposed to be the right skin type and everything for this foundation, I'm still not quite sure who this would work for, because I did have some dry patches at the time and it did catch on my dry patches. Although it doesn't say it's geared towards dry skin anyway. This foundation was a huge fail for me. Now let's talk about NARS. You know, I feel like I don't talk about NARS a ton on my channel, but I really, really love the brand. I've tried so many products from NARS, and I have Sheer Glow foundation on today. It's just such a beautiful foundation. It's actually one of my favorite foundations, and they have a lot of just really great, strong products At least I think so anyway. They are one of my favorite brands. That's why they're in this video. And so many people love their Radiant Creamy Concealer. So many. I just thought when I first tried it, it was going to work for me. It was going to be a no fail. I did not even keep my receipt. I just threw it away. And I think in my big concealer testing video where I test just a bunch and compare them with each other, you can see how dry Radiant Creamy Concealer makes me look underneath my eyes. I do have dry under eyes with texture. I mean, I'm over 40. That's gonna happen. Radiant Creamy Concealer may have radiant and creamy in the name, but I found it to be anything but that on my dry textured under eye area. It just made me look dry and crepey and just older than I wanted to look in that area. So it was a huge fail for me. I know a ton of people love that concealer. I am not one of them. That is a big fail for me from NARS. This next brand is a brand that kind of surprised me that even ended up on my list, because I kind of forgot about it when I was originally brainstorming. And then when I was just looking at a brand list to just double check myself, I realized I have a ton of products from Too Faced that I really love and I've used a ton over the years. I just really like the brand overall. I know there's a lot of women that are over a certain age that think it's a little bit kitschy and kind of young for an adult brand, but I like it. I think it's got just a vibrancy to it, and I just don't think makeup has to have an age on it. And their Peach Perfect foundation is one of my favorite foundations, and I use their sculpting concealer religiously underneath my eyes. I think it's one of the best concealers I've ever used. And when that Peach Perfect collection, if that's what it's called, I can't remember, I did a video with that launch, and there was a mattifying setting spray that was released with that collection. Let me know if you tried this setting spray, and let me know if you were able to get it to work for you. I tried and tried to get that setting spray to work, but it left white dots on my face every time I used it. I shook it hard, I shook it harder. The white dots appeared on my face. It just left white droplets. The powder absorbers or whatever's in it just clumped on the face, which should not happen with a setting spray. You want that fine mist, that cloud and everything to go on evenly when you use a setting spray, and this did not do it. I actually returned my first one because I thought it was defective and got another one to try, and it did the same thing. I think I saw some people that had no issues. I had major issues with this, and I'm telling you, I shook that puppy up and it still did it. So that was just a no from me. My last favorite brand is Marc Jacobs. I talk about products from Marc Jacobs quite a bit. I use the Tantastic Bronzer constantly. I use the glosses a ton. There's other products. Those two came to mind first. So naturally, when the Shameless foundation came out, I was all about it. The packaging was amazing for travel, very sleek. I'm gonna see if I can find my faves and fails video where I talked about this. I ranted quite a bit. I tried this foundation in every way possible because I really wanted it to work. It's one of those things when you have a favorite brand that you have such luck with, like all of these brands, you feel like this product that's supposed to work for you, your skin type, whatever it is, it just can't be this bad. This was one of those products. The Shameless foundation sat on top of my skin. It just did not meld in with my skin with a primer, without a primer. It did not matter. It didn't matter how much or how little I used. I couldn't get it to build. I couldn't get it to look natural. It looked terrible on my pores. It emphasized any little imperfection that I didn't even know I had. It actually wouldn't even stick to certain spots on my face. It was so bizarre, and it faded throughout the day really badly. It is one of the worst foundations I have ever tried. I can honestly say that from one of my favorite brands. I was just absolutely shocked at how bad this foundation was, and I feel like I had a really good color match too. So I was really disappointed in that, and I again could not believe that they had released this foundation because I couldn't figure out who this would work on. All the reviews I saw kind of said the same thing, so I don't know. If you've tried it and you like it, I'd love to hear about it. I just could not get it to work. These types of videos are so fun to plan and to film. They really get the wheels turning. I hope it was somewhat entertaining and informative for you. And I do want to hear your least favorite products from your favorite brands down below. Don't forget to leave that comment. And by the way, before I forget, the necklaces and the bracelets that I'm wearing are by Goriana, and I have a 20% off code for you down below in the description box. It's not an affiliate code to where I make extra if you use it. It's just a code that I have for you guys, and it ends on the 28th, which is right around the corner. So I didn't want to forget to tell you that if you are wanting to shop any of their pieces in their store for yourself or for the holidays for somebody, because the holidays are also right around the corner. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you here on a regular basis. So hit that subscribe button and become part of the family. And be sure to head over to my friend Michelle's channel and check out her video and see her 6 favorite brands as well as her least favorite products from those brands. I know I'm interested in seeing what she picked as well. Tell her I said hello and definitely subscribe to her channel. You're going to get a lot of truly valuable content, especially if you're into luxury beauty. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.